Christmas, what did Stacey J make for me? Oh, hang around and you'll see Mr. Christopher's here again. Mabel and Willow can be a pain, but it is Christmas time, let us play as we count down to Christmas Day.
Good afternoon, I'm Stacey J and this is my studio and we are at Vlogmas Day 18. That means not many days. I'm not even going to count the days. I'm not going to count the days because it's stupid close. Stupid close. So I've been on the phone. I've been in a Zoom today with the lovely Angela Wolf and her wolf pack, and I have after that Karina from Norway, who's also a wolf pack member, and I got to chatting, and as we do, we normally after a Zoom call we always get on the phone for about an hour afterwards because we just don't get enough of each other. And she's moved into her new studio, so exciting. So we were having a chat and she said, oh, what are you going to make today? And don't give me that, oh, you can wait until tomorrow scenario, which I normally do. But I said, oh, well, I'm going to make this. She said, Then she said, have you got the car trash can? I actually have that and it's on my list. So today I'm going to make the trash can for my car. Okay, it's nice. It's actually way bigger than I thought it was going to be, and it's a free pattern. So that is by Put Your Glasses On Stacey, by More Me No, More M-O-R-E, Me M-E No, K-N-O-W. I will put that here. Now I wave my arms around so that when I'm skimming through I know I meant to attach something there. So More Me No. I first ever found this pattern was with my friend Pamela, who is in the States, and she is in, I want to say Albuquerque, but she's not. It's not Alabama. If I remember where she is, and she drives a little green mini, Jeep, and she gets the little ducks, and you get ducked. I don't understand it, but it's so cute. I almost wish I could had a Jeep and got ducked. And some of the ducks she gets. Anyway, I digress. I don't progress. I'll do the opposite of progressing. So I have decided that I'm going to make this. It was something I wanted to make anyway, and I have slipped off the beaten path of my list because I've had some fantastic ideas from some of my lovely subscribers. I got Libby and I had Brenda give me fantastic ideas, which I have made, and especially with the seat belt. Apparently there's some petite people around that need the seat belt gripper that keeps it off cutting your skin off. Anyway, again, digressing. So I'm going to make this. Now what you need, when you get it, you'll get a cut out piece of, you get a piece of paper that will give you 2 parts that you glue together, and it will give you a 2-inch square. So the 2 parts that glue together are these two. Here's my little line where I glued it together. Okay. And I actually made one of cardstock as well, because I don't think that this is going to be the only one I ever make. So I made a cardstock one as well. And the other one is a 2-inch, which is 5 centimeters square. Okay, that you, that's it, the one I wrote on. That's the original, that you actually trace around. So the next part it has, you'll also cut for the base of the bag, you will need to cut 2 exteriors and 2 linings. Okay, they're 13 by 15 inches or 33 by 38 centimeters. Now I had, you can put your corner in that, what you do is you cut the 2-inch corners off, and I cut the corners off the width of the bag, the longer width, so it's only 33 up here. I don't know now that I've done that measurement. Yeah, so it's 33 up there from the bottom to the top, and it's 38, so it's actually going to be a wider one. Now, one of the big reasons I want a rubbish bin in my car is because I have a Mr. Christopher. I don't know who else has a Mr. Christopher in their life that they need a rubbish bin in their car, but I do. Now, would I make one of these for Mr. Christopher's car? No. Why wouldn't I make it? Because it would remain empty, or it would be another area he would store something else that is, his car is like his sheds. He has a seat for him. That's all he needs. Just lucky we can take my car everywhere else. I'm going to let the dog in. Okay, so I just wanted to double check. They are 1 centimetre seam allowances. And yep, so that's where we are with that. I have got these two pieces right sides together because they will eventually be done right sides together. And I just want to mark my 1 centimetre up the top of it because I want it to be nice and tidy. Yeah, tidy. I have no idea what accent that was. It just reminds me of Little Red. Is it it's Little Red Riding Hood, but it's called Hoodwinked. Yeah, that's what it, with Hansel and Gretel. I'm Hansel, I'm Gretel. Yeah, I watch far too many movies. Somebody suggested I watched Red 1, Red Gone, Red Down, Red 1. Found it on Prime. It wasn't on Netflix. I was hunting for it on Netflix. Funny story. Mr. Christopher came home and said, I saw a short for a good show we're going to watch. It's an action, it's a Christmas show movie, he said. And I said, it's funny. I said, one of my subscribers said, hey, you should watch this movie. It's like a cross between Die Hard and A Miracle on 34th Street. And we've decided it was a cross between Men in Black and I think we picked the second one. I said, I don't know, Die Hard's pretty right up there with it. And one of the actual comments in the movie comment area was, that's 30 minutes of their life they were never going to get back. They gave it 30 minutes. We got a new show. We always give it 5 minutes at least. And then we got another 5. Okay. And my other story about what Mr. Now, I went for my walk this morning as a good girl. And I want to tell you that I did not wake Mr. Christopher when I got home, and he was still asleep in bed, tucked, facing down, like, don't anyone annoy me. So I went nowhere near him this morning and got out of the shower, and he was ready to make a coffee. So please be pleased with me. However, it's just a fancy butt. Mr. Christopher doesn't like spiders. And I think I've said that there is multiple of spiders that we got, and they would be around the house, and one ended up in his coffee cup and he threw his coffee cup. Anyway, long story, that's a while back. So I put one on his scaffolding the other day, to which he whatever answered, it didn't get me. Well, this morning I do believe the one I stuck on his door of his car, boot tacked to the door on his car, got him, because I got a very very cuss words audio from him when he left to go to work. I was on my my Zoom at the time, so I was killing myself laughing. I mean, I was in hysterics. We're muted most of the time unless we went on the Zoom. So I played it when I was on there. And I think there's some part of the recording where all you see me do is silently laughing out really loud. It was funny. He reckons he didn't get got, but he got. Because I know he got because of the way he reacted to it. Because when he gets got, and he usually mans up and says it, but today he decided not to. Okay, so while I've talked to you, I've done some fancy little lines on my, I don't normally do this, but I just thought I would. So I've done some fancy little lines with my erasable pen. Okay, so it's 1 centimetre seam allowance. So I just want to make sure we'll be probably cutting into those and that. So I just want to put that aside. Now, I'm using, guess what I'm using? I'm using my flamingos. So I got my flamingo fabric. Okay, I've cut it out. Got my 2-inch squares down the bottom. I've got it longer than wider. Have I? Yeah, I got it wider than, yeah. Okay, that's how I wanted it. Just having those squares cuts out just blows me away. It's just like my little brain just can't function. And then I have used black waterproof lining. Now, why black? Because it's the inside of a rubbish bin, and I bought these to go inside bags, and there's nothing worse than going into the depth of a bag, which is dark enough as it is, and having a black lining. So I haven't really used it for linings of bags, so I thought, well, today's a good day as any to do that. Now, while I have you on my table, I have no idea why I said that. While I have you with me, I have got on a fabric that was given to me by Georgiana from Tassie, and this is either the cuff top or I think it's the cuff top. It's very similar to the Fernbird. It's probably why I like it, but instead it's got the elastic in the sleeves, which is very cool. It's a translucent type of top, and of course I got on my Angela Wolf Pooh Bear, Pooh in my pocket, pants again, jeans. So I was very, very impressed to be able to I went on there and showed them that I was managed to get back into them this year. So enough of that trash talk. We'd make it a trash can. Enough of that. We're going to go and dive in deep and start it. Okay, so I'm just going to read a little bit first about this, a message from the maker. Welcome to making the car trash can bag. This bag was created for my husband, who constantly keeps his car a hot mess. Well, did it work? Because Christopher's is a hot mess plus an added explosion. So I whipped up this super quick pattern. Feel free to vary it in your own way and have fun with it. Let's make it together. There's a YouTube one, which I can put that down for you as well if you prefer hers, because she probably won't talk as much as me. Structure options. What interface do I use? I use a cotton fabric, so I'm using my canvas, my flamingo canvas. I recommend adding woven interface to exterior and lining pieces. All right, that's if you've got your cotton. What I use, any fabric on the exterior with appropriate interfacing and waterproof canvas for the lining, requires no interfacing. And then she says where she purchased her waterproof lining from, which I can't help you with because I don't live anywhere near that. Right, you will need half a yard exterior fabric, half a yard lining fabric, waterproof canvas, half a yard of woven interface if you're using it. I don't need it on any of mine. Velcro strips, or optional, you can use cam snaps. That's what they call them in America, cam snaps. I call them plastic snaps. Cam is a brand, okay, so that's why they're called cam snaps. I'm using I can't get enough of them, this Vlogmas plastic snaps, okay. And buckle for attaching it to the car's headrest. I want to know where these cam snaps come in. Oh, right. Sorry. Let me read it. Optional, you can use cam snaps, magnetic snap, or even a buckle for attaching it to the car's headrest. Okay, now that makes sense. Right. Half an inch seam allowance, which for us over here in the metric world, it is 1 centimetre. It's actually 1.2 centimetres, but I always do it 1. I get that extra 2 millimetres into my love. Okay, now let's get cooking. Good looking. Let's sew it up. Place your 2 exterior base pieces together, right sides together, and sew it. So for some rocket science, let's go. So what we're going to do is we're going to flip our little flamingos over, because I flipped the wrong one over, and we put them on top of each other. Okay, because this is canvas, I can get my trusty Pinny and Dinleys. Okay, and we want to sew it around this edge down to here. Now I'll possibly do some top stitching with my walking machine because it is canvas and it is waterproof canvas. So canvas and waterproof canvas. And there. And up here. So what we're going to do is sew down these sides that I'm pinning right now, the side and the other side, all the way down to the bottom. Then we're going to get that pin in. Ugh. Then we're going to sew along here. So we're going to sew down here and we're going to sew along here. I haven't fully looked to see what cotton I'm going to use. I've got the cotton still on there from yesterday's little sew along. So I am thinking I might change it to I've still got the white on my walking foot, my Queenie walking foot, marching foot. And I will just go and see what cotton I'm going to use for this. And then I will sew those, come back and tell you what cotton I use. And I'm not going to use black on the lining. I'm not, because it's inside, so I'm not. So once we've done that, we are going to take our lining and do the same, only the bottom here, we're going to sew to there. Make sure you back tack. I like to back tack a couple of times, just as a reinforcement, because we're going to flip it out that little hole there. Okay, straight up the sides there. Like I said, I'm not going to change the thread. I'll change the thread to black when I get to do sewing up the bottom bit that we're going to pull it out of. Okay, that's when I'll change it to black, so it looks a little bit classier than me just messing it up. Right, so I've done the lining and I've got the gap at the bottom. Okay, I press my seams open so they're nice and flat as well. And now we're going to set that aside and turn the lining right side out, leave the exterior the wrong side out, and set aside for now. So now I've done my lining inside and I have done my exterior as we are. They're set aside. I now have my handles to sew. So I'm going to sew all around my handles. Okay, and I'm going to go, I'll show you where I'm going to go because I think I've drawn where I'm not going to go as well. So we're going to go from the bottom around, up, around, and up. Okay, we're going to leave this open, because that's we're going to turn it. Now we're going to have to trim the corners. I'm going to cut into the corner there so that they were nice and sharp, and there's a handle, and trim off the corners. But I'll go first and sew this, and I will be back in a mini poos. Okay, so we've got it here. I'm just trying to see where you guys can see, so I know I've got it right. So I'm just going to take out my pins and I'm going to cut it down with you guys, all right, just in case somebody's new out there and doesn't know how to do not trimming down by any means, but by cutting corners and into corners. So we're going to trim it down because we're going to turn it in the right way and then top stitch all the way around it. And that's where I'm going to go over to my walking foot and do some funky top stitching. Well, it's not funky really, it's just top stitching. So I'm just trimming this down. I actually thought it would only be 1/2 centimetre seam allowance, but all good that it's not. I don't mind. I mean, you could make it bigger. This is going to be fun. Not flip this way. So yes, we watched one red one last night. It was funny. It was good. It was funny. Enjoyed it. And then my brother texted me last night and said, have you watched that? And I thought, oh, was it a paid one? And I said, yeah, we did. And he goes, oh sweet, that's cool. Because he can have joints on your system. So with our Netflix, we have Mum on our Netflix, and we pay for Mum's Netflix so she can watch it. It's just easier. And yeah, so we kind of have a little thing going. We just bought Disney Channel the other day because we kind of had to. We wanted to watch something on there. It was another Home Alone, but it's like Home Alone 5 or something, which is just crazy. Police Academy, stop at 1. Right, so what I want to do now is I want to cut into the corners, right into there, because that's going to help it split for us to get our panel down. Then I'm going to cut up the top on an angle. And up the top here on an angle without slicing through my corners. Now this is going to be the fun part, and I'm going to do this without you because I think it's just going to be so much fun. But you see the corner's already turned into a corner by the way we cut that slice into there. So I'm going to turn this in the right way because you don't need to see that. I'll be back in a jiff. Next step, here's my turned in top stitched handles. That's the one that's I'm going to have like wrapped around like that, around the little head rest, because it's got the flamingos here, whereas these guys have been beheaded. Right, so it does next say to put this on the exterior. So it says place the arms of the trash can right sides together on sew base, exterior base into place. So this is going to be in the right way. Done it. Okay, so I've turned it back in the right way, and we're down here. And so what we're going to do is, because I want this side facing up, that will be the right side. And what I will want to definitely do is make sure that it is centerized, because centerized is the rised to be, is it not? That sounds very profound, like Shakespeare. I'm Shakespeare. Oh, look, an itchy nose. So I banged my glasses on my nose today. So I swapped my noses. I swapped my glasses over. The nose is the same. I'm going to put it this side. And I'm just going to mark the center, put the two seams together. Pull it nice and tight, like a tiger. There. That's the, what's that thing called? Center. Open it back up, and then I'm going to match up these two together because that's the right sides, remember. And then I'm going to baste these two together. Okay, 3 layers of canvas is getting a bit tight. I'm just going to put these here. So I'm just going to baste these two together with a 1/2 centimetre, so 5 millimetres, 1/4 of an inch. Nope, yes. 1/4 of an inch seam allowance, just for basting. Okie dokie. Right, I'll go and do that, and I'll be back. Right, so although I wanted it right sides out, I did it right sides in anyway, and basted that in. So the next step is to put your lining, which is the right side, in, and you tuck it into the I want to see when I'm meant to do the corners. Let me read. Okay, found out when I meant to do it ages ago, before us. Yeah. So I'm going to make the corners of my bags here. So what I'll do is right sides together, obviously. I'm going to, I just might have just shimmy past that little bit. I'm going to get my two corners together there. And my open seams, I'm going to turn them into my little squares. Okay, I'm going to do that. So let me just double check with you so that you know what you're doing. Let's double check that I know what we're doing. So you got the squares there, like that. You want to pull them together. Line up your seams. Chuck a little skoomy on it. Then if you want, you can place them around all. So I'm going to take the exterior and the interior. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show you how to do it, but not show you. So put my two seams together. Now Chris's mate Owen has just come up with the bones for the dogs, and oh my gosh. Now while we were in view, Mabel ate her bone, but when I went to get my lunch, she skulked off and she's buried it somewhere, as she does. So that's going to make it square. Now don't forget we've got a little hole there, that's what we're going to turn it in. So we're going to do all 4 corners and then we'll come back and put the 2 together. My bad, didn't read the instructions, flitted past it, and c'est la vie. Okay, I don't know how many of you are probably shouting out, do the corners at me, because this is a really well-known pattern. And this is the first time Stacey's made it. And I just, yeah, I literally, to square the bottom off, that's step 2. I was just, I was up to step 9. Okay, so I'm going to do that for the bases of my bags and I'll get back to you guys. I was doing some rocket science today. Right, so our lining's got to be in the right way. Our exterior is to be in the wrong way. I'll bring you down and I'll make sure you can see what I'm doing. So now what we do is we fit our lining inside our exterior. Okay, and this is where I like to get my this is where I like to get these at the same. I'm just going to try and marry the feet up because that's not lining up for me enough for my brain to accept that. So I'm going to put a little pin. I'm going to do my junction here through that seam, through that seam. You know, my ex-husband is taking the Kiddly-Widdlies up to Auckland. I should say Kiddly-Widdlies. They're like, you know, they're up there for 3 weeks because they're going to go up to Nangaroo as well. And the driving, I might make him one of these. I think it would go good in his car because it's got to be better than a plastic bag that you reuse, isn't it? I reckon it's so cool. He might appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to do this one as well. I like my seams to be on the seams. Yeah, that's the only time I'll pin over pin. I'll sew over a pin is to make sure that I get a nice, beautiful junction. This is what people hate learning the most when I teach them how to sew. It's because I'm really pedantic with it. Okay, right. Now let's stretch this out. I think everybody needs one of these. These are massive. I cannot believe how huge they are. I might say that way. They are just massif, man. I can't say it. Massif. That's what it is. Right. Getting there, getting there. And yeah, I think that would be a darling thing for me to do. Just be right neighbourly of me. Turn it around. And do the other side. Now I'm also, I'm now up to 10. Place the lining inside the exterior, but not before you do your corners, right? That's where it says there. It says there, Stacey, go back and read instruction 2. Right. So along the top edge of the bag, turn the bag through the opening of the lining. Yaha. And then top stitch around the base of the bag. Top stitch around the base of the bag. Okay, so is it what it must admit? Really? Really? Press the arms up and away from the base of the bag. Top stitch around the base of the bag. Okay, so this must be the base of the bag. Let me make a fully lined garment any day. Let's get back and I'll sew this and then we'll pull it through the hole.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. The fragrance of flowers in the air. It's great, the temperature is rising, the windows down while we are driving. The excitement of a new year is near. Blue skies, the clouds are clear. It's Christmas down under, sunshine, not thunder. Camping.
Our next part is to make our little Velcro or cam snaps to go on it. Now I have discovered that putting it inside, I actually unfortunately have my flamingos on the outside, so I've only got my beheaded ones that can be seen. Okay, so it is a case of, I think it goes over the top there like that. So I'm going to get a couple of cam snaps. I think, what did I pick last time I did this? I think I picked the cream ones, didn't I? This beige taupe colour. Okay, so and that was this colour here, and I will want to stick 2 on. So 1, 2, that's 1. That's 1 set, and that's 2 sets. So I reckon if I had it and stuck 1 and 1 there and there, then I know I'm secure. I'm secure. So I'm going to take this one first, and I'll lay my little bits down here so I can see how they're going to be situated. I'm going to find my black pen. Where's my black pen? My black pen. Nope, scissors. Black pen here. So basically I want 1 here, and I'm winging a prayer, and I want 1 here. Okay, so I will say that is going to go, it's going to hang like that. Yeah, like that. Now I'm just wondering if Willow's trying to get in here with her bone, or if she's fighting her sister off with a bone. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to push these through, and I am going to make sure that there's tons of room. One's there, and the other one is here, and I'll put both. That's not center, Stacey. That is center. Pushing. Right. So now what I want to do is make sure I have it nice there. So I'm just going to push 2 marks in there. Maybe I should push it more centerized, would be really good. And I'm going to lift that up. There's a little dot mark there. I see the little bit I did it there. Okay, and take this one off, and there's the little hole I made there. So first thing I do is take the boys. Where's the other boy? There it is. He's stuck. Come on, get him. Right, so I'm going to pop my little boy on the first one. Get my little snap squisher upper. My knuckles crack when I do this. Like old person crack, not like all the young people do nowadays. Right, so basically, if you've never seen one of these before, it has a little, it's like a thumbtack. And you put the one you're putting over the top. And this has a little bit of metal in it that squishes that down and flattens it to look like that. Oops, I think I just popped that the wrong way. Okay, so I'm nice and centerized on top. There we go, they're both there like that. I've got these 2 marks here. So I want that to go on top of there. So these, the big flat ones, go on the bottom here. So I'm going to get an awl. That's all I'm going to do. Let's get an awl. I'm just going to make my hole through the other side because of how I've done it. So there's my hole. Punch up my little skoomy. Get the girly, pop her on top. Same thing, so it's a different shape. You can see the difference in the two. Get that down, and again the center part of that is going to be squashed down like that. Draft of wind. Now I've got my other girl there, so I'm going to poke the hole through this. Gosh, it's going to work. Yeah, okay. Just fear itself, my friends, fear itself. Pop that in there, up there. Get this and pop it there. And I can see things getting put in this. This doesn't even have to be a trash bin. I can see it as a carry thing. Not on me, on the person, in the car. And snap, snap, snappity snap, and that will go around. Even if it goes that way, it's still doing it. So if it sits that way, oh, that's how it's meant to sit. That way on the back of the car seat. So the only thing I have to do now is I have to sew up the little bottom, and that's when I'm going to change to my black thread. But in the meantime, do you want to see what it looks like outside in the car? We'll go out there. So the question is, where do you put it? Now, as the driver of my car that I normally am, I put it in, I love the smell of a new car. I would put it in the back. So I'm just going to see if I can balance you on my seat. I'm going to say the answer is no. What about up there like that? There we go, you're balanced. So I'm in the back seat. Driver's side's that side. Okay, we drive on the other side of the road to some countries. Okay, so I'm going to put that there like that. And let's have a look at it. There it is. Sitting like that. There's my steering wheel, just there. So there's the bin. So if we have it like that, and it's in the passenger side, and we're eating our candy, we could just reach a hand over and throw it in the rubbish bin. Or when you come back from the supermarket and you wash your hands with a wet wipe because you've been touching all the shelving and the packaging and blah 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 that you do, and you want to eat the candy bar and you just go from the supermarket, then definitely you can just reach over and pop it into the bin, and it keeps the house. I got like rubbish in here already. I could just like put the stuff in here. I could. What was that receipt from? Oh, I need that. It's a fabric shop. Oh, I've got toothpaste in here. Why is there toothpaste in my car? That was when Samuel went to the dentist. See, my car's a mess. Anyway, so that is it. So that be the rubbish bin. And the top stitching looks really cool because it's white on this side, and it looks like a bought one, you know. I love walking feet. So that's all. And when you go out and you're having ribs or something, or lobster, there you go. Look, it's like a bib. Yep, okay, that wasn't attractive. Right, so that's number 18. What do you guys think of that? Now, I have been wanting to make this ever since I saw Pamela make one. And she does a lot of embroidery. She actually makes stuff for a living, and she works as well. So I think that is a fine thing, and I think I might actually make one for the ex-husband for his road trippies that he does with the kids, because he's a little bit of a neat freak, unlike me. I'm not as neat as him. Well, I'm cool. I'm really neat, but not that way, I mean. Anyway, so that is day 18. Let's go through them really quickly because I know that these things drag on and Stacey talks a lot. Mug bag. Okay, that was 17. I'm not going to put them in order, except for I will always do the last one and the second last one, and then maybe those two. Okay, I've got a tablet holder. Woo-hoo, look at that. Nicey, nicey. Pair of shorts. I think Erin from Erin Sews over in Mississippi is going to make one of those. Sunglasses case. Fabulous. Okay, that's really, really cool. I like them because I think they're a great way to chuck them without getting scratched. We've got our coin credit card holder that can swing off your keys, and it can be what you take, so you can take your license and that in it. Our wine glass called coasters, along with a little holder to make sure we keep them all together, especially these ones because these are around Christmas and they have the Christmas spirit. Why not, right? Sometimes when I'm home alone, I go a little bit mad. We've got our toothbrush and toothpaste holder. It's got the little divider down there, toothpaste in there. Okay, that is jolly good to keep the fluff off our toothbrush. Our Wednesday, Thursday, Friday seatbelt clip. I have got one that is the same flamingos in my car that keeps the seatbelt from cutting you a new throat. We have our lip balm carriers.
I can't translate into same flamingos, and my car keeps a seatbelt from cutting you and your throat.
So that was there. I don't know what she was doing. So this is a lip balm holders. This was my prototype. This was the one I made with you guys. We have our great big apron, which I think is really cool. I think a few of you guys like the look of that one as well. I think the thing is learning how to put it on without throwing yourself out sideways. I think this is really, really cool. I do like it. I love the pockets. I'm a pocket person. Have you noticed? I love a good pocket. We've got our book bag again. I don't know. Where's this fabric coming from? Flamingos. That bag obviously belongs in the car as well. Everything is for the car now. We have my gorgeous wallet, my little boho hippie love wallet. You don't need to see me as much as you need to see the stuff. There's my wallet. Wow, I think it's so cool. I do love it, although there was a little bit of rocket science going on with it for me. Then we've got my gorgeous jewellery roll. Now you can see all these I've put them on Pinterest. No, I haven't. I put them on Instagram, and I will make a new one today that goes on there, adding my my bag, my rubbish bag, my trash can, car trash can, car trash can. Yep. So there's my jewellery roll. There's my flamazing flamingo eyes. Now, I think I need this now because I think the one I actually use, I woke up with it down here. I don't think it's sharing the love anymore. We've got, what else have we got? We have got the, I did a grading session showing you how to multi-grade with multi-grade with multi-sizing patterns. Also, we have the slouch pants Mr. Christopher had made. There was one other thing. No, there wasn't one other thing. And this is my original first day one lovely pouch, which makes me think of Renaissance. So that is everything to date, I believe. I have not missed anything out, which I have done in the past. But that is it. That is me for the day. I hope you had fun. I know it's super long. I don't care. I had fun making it. And someone's coming down the driveway. I have no idea who it is. No, neither do the dogs. Willow's coming back to me because she knows she'll get in trouble for barking. Anyway, everyone, I want you to stay well, stay warm, stay dry, keep cool, keep on sewing, hydrate. No regrets. Save face this summer. Take care, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow.